a former staffer on President Donald Trump's 2016 campaign, has accused her colleagues of discrimination and has filed a lawsuit challenging a non-disclosure agreement she said she was forced to sign. Jessica Denson joined the campaign in August 2016 to manage Hispanic outreach, according to Buzzfeed News. She filed a lawsuit in 2017 alleging that campaign officials had harassed and discriminated against her. Her new lawsuit was filed on 26 March at the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York in order to stop the campaign from bringing up the non-disclosure agreement in the state court discrimination lawsuit, which would force the case into a closed-door and binding dispute resolution process called arbitration. Her discrimination lawsuit sought $25 million in damages, but the campaign claimed Ms Denson, an actress based in Los Angeles, could have to pay $1. 5 meters because she violated the terms of the non-disclosure agreement.Mr. Trump has been embroiled in several legal matters in his first term, including the ongoing FBI and Congressional investigations into alleged collusion between the campaign and Russian officials, as well as 19 women accusing the president of sexual misconduct. Two other women have also sued Mr. Trump to void secrecy agreements.Adult. Film star Stormy Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, has said she has a right to speak about an alleged affair she had with the president in 2006 because Mr. Trump never actually signed the document. Karen McDougal, a former Playboy model, also sued the parent company of gossip news outlet National Enquirer, alleging a similar issue about having a supposed affair with the president. Stormy Daniels claims she was threatened to leave Trump alone over alleged affair. Ms. Denson is representing herself in the lawsuits. According to Bloomberg News, she described herself as a lifelong advocate for the bullied and the voiceless, both human and animal, in the discrimination suit. The non-disclosure agreement Ms. Denson has sought to void prohibits disparagement and disclosure of confidential information about Trump, his company and family members, including Eric and Donald Jr. Ivanka, Tiffany and even Barron, the president's 12-year-old son, the news outlet reported. World News and Pictures 51 show all World News and Pictures 151st Jewish priests and civilians take part in the Kohanim prayer during the Passover holiday at the Western Wall in the Old City of Jerusalem. AFP Getty 251st 1 April 2018 Pope Francis greets the crowd at St. Peter's Square after the Easter Sunday Mass in the Vatican. Christians around the world are marking the Holy Week, commemorating the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, leading up to his resurrection on Easter. AFP Getty 351st 31 March 2018 Mourners hold back a relative of Palestinian Hamdan Abu Amshah, who was killed along the Israel border with Gaza during his funeral in Beit Hanoun town. Reuters 451st 30 March 2018 Israeli soldiers shot tear gas grenades towards the Palestinian tent city protest commemorating Land Day. The day marks the killing of 6 Arab Israelis during 1976 demonstrations against Israeli confiscations of Arab land. AFP Getty 551st 29 March 2018 An emotional Steve Smith is comforted by his father Peter as he fronts the media at Sydney International Airport. Steve Smith, David Warner and Cameron Bancroft were flown back to Australia following investigations into alleged ball tampering in South Africa. Getty 651st 28 March 2018 French gendarmes escort the coffin of the late Lieutenant Colonel Arnaud Beltrame transported by car during a funeral procession leaving the Pantheon as part of a national tribute in Paris. The French president will lead a national commemoration to hostage SWAT policeman Arnaud Beltrame killed in jihadist attack. AFP Getty 751st 27 March 2018 Russian President Vladimir Putin visits a memorial made for the victims of a fire in a multi-story shopping center in the Siberian city of Kemerovo. Officials say that the fire escapes were blocked and a PA system was turned off during the fire that killed over 50 people. Kremlin pool photo via AP 851st 26 March 2018 At least 64 shoppers have been killed in fire at a shopping center in Russia. A further 16 people were still missing after flames broke out at the 4-story Winter Cherry Mall in the city of Kemerovo in Siberia, according to Russian Emergencies Minister Vladimir Puchkov. The fire was extinguished in the morning after burning through the night. Parts of the building were still smoldering and the floors of the cinema hall had caved in places, another emergency official said. Russian Emergencies Ministry via Reuters 951st 25 March 2018 Syrian civilians gathering for their evacuation from the town of Arban in the eastern Ghouta region on the outskirts of the capital Damascus, following a deal with the regime. The deal is expected to see some 7,000 people bust from Arban and Zamalka towns and the district of Jobar to a rebel-dominated part of northern Syria. AFP Getty 1051st 24 March 2018 Students attend the March for Our Lives in Washington. In the wake of the Florida attack, there has been a widespread effort to ban assault rifle. Getty 1151st 23 March 2018 Police at the scene of a hostage situation in a supermarket in Trebes. An armed man took hostages in a supermarket in southern France, killing 3 and injuring about a dozen others, police said. A French minister confirmed the gunman had been shot dead by police. Reuters 1251st 22 March 2018 A boy rows his boat in the polluted waters of the Brahmaputra River on World Water Day in Guwahati, India. Reuters 1351st 21 March 2018 Kosovo's opposition lawmakers release a tear gas canister inside the country's parliament before a vote for an agreement to ratify or not a border demarcation deal signed in 2015 with Montenegro. AFP Getty 1451st 20 March 2018 People carrying luggage leave the Russian embassy in London and board a van bearing diplomatic plates. Dozens of people including adults with children arrived at the Russian embassy in the morning and then left carrying luggage in vehicles bearing diplomatic registration plates. Britain last week announced the expulsion of 23 Russian diplomats over the spy poisoning row, prompting a tit-for-tat response from Moscow. AFP Getty 1551 19 March 2018 The Soyuz MS-08 spacecraft is mounted on the launch pad at the Russian-leased Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. AFP Getty 1651 18 March 2018 President Vladimir Putin walks out of a voting booth at a polling station during Russia's presidential election in Moscow. AFP Getty 1751 17 March 2018 People take part in a pensioners' protest to demand decent pensions in Barcelona. Thousands of people across the country took part in mass demonstrations called by main Spanish workers' unions demanding rises of state pensions in accordance with the Consumer Price Index. AFP Getty 1851 16 March 2018 Russian President Vladimir Putin visits the Almazov National Medical Research Center in St. Petersburg. AFP Getty 1951 15 March 2018 Vladimir Putin chairs a meeting with members of the Security Council in Moscow. Reuters 2051 14 March 2018 German Chancellor Angela Merkel is sworn in by the President of the German lower house during the government swearing-in ceremony at the Bundestag in Berlin. Merkel, head of the Christian Democratic Party CDU, starts her fourth term as German Chancellor, capping months of political uncertainty as she bartered with her rivals of the SPD to help govern Europe's top economy in a grand coalition. AFP Getty 2151 13 March 2018 Nepali students have University of Dhaka light candles in memory of the victims of the US Bangla aircraft crash in Nepal, Bangladesh. Reuters 2251 12 March 2018 Rescuers work to save passengers from a plane crash at Kathmandu Airport in Nepal. AP 2351 11 March 2018 French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte Macron pose for photographs as they visit the Taj Mahal. AFP Getty 2451 10 March 2018 France's far-right party Front National, FN, President Marine Le Pen applauds former U.S. President advisor Steve Bannon after his speech during the Front National Party annual Congress in Lille, northern France. AFP Getty 2551 9 March 2018 A television screen showing pictures of U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un at a railway station in Seoul. AFP Getty 2651 8 March 2018 Protesters form triangles with their hands during a demonstration for women's rights in Bilbao, Spain. Reuters 2751 7 March 2018 A laborer works on a salt pan in the outskirts of the Nagaur district in the Indian state of Rajasthan ahead of International Women's Day. AFP Getty 2851 6 March 2018 Sri Lanka's army soldiers and police personnel stand near a vandalized building in Dagana, a suburb of Kandy. Extremists Buddhist mobs swept through the town on Monday, burning at least 11 Muslim-owned shops and homes. Sri Lanka's president declared a state of emergency Tuesday amid fears that anti-Muslim attacks in the central hill town could spread. AP 2951's 5 March 2018 Chinese President Xi Jinping arrives for the opening of the first session of the 13th National People's Congress (NPC) at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. The NPC has over 3,000 delegates and is the world's largest parliament or legislative assembly, though its function is largely as a formal seal of approval for the policies fixed by the leaders of the Chinese Communist Party. The NPC runs alongside the annual plenary meetings of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference (CPPCC), together known as Liang-Ui-Er-2 meetings. EPA 3051's 4 March 2018 female protester stands up with the words "Berlusconi sei scaduto" written on her body, translating as "Berlusconi, you've expired," as Silvio Berlusconi stands during voting of the political and regional elections in Milan, Italy. Rex 3151's 3 March 2018 Russian President Vladimir Putin delivers a speech during a rally to support his bid in the upcoming presidential election at Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. Reuters 3251's 2 March 2018 A light turns red outside of Germany's Kruppmannsmann steel factory. German officials and industry groups warned U.S. President Donald Trump that he risks sparking a trade war with his closest allies if he goes ahead with plans to impose steep tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. AP 3351's 1 March 2018 People dance during Holi festival celebrations in Kathmandu, Nepal. EPA 3451's 28 February 2018 Indian fans watch as the funeral procession of the late Bollywood actress Sridevi Kapoor passes through Mumbai. AFP Getty 3551's 27 February 2018 Candles are left in tribute to murdered Slovakian investigative reporter Jan Kuciak, 27, and his fiancée Martina, 27, at Slovak National Uprising Square in Bratislava. A leading Slovak newspaper says organized crime may have been involved in the shooting death that shocked Slovakia. The bodies of Kuciak and Kuznarova were found Sunday evening in their house in the town of Velika Maka, east of the capital. AP 3651's 26 February 2018 Colosseum during a heavy snowfall in Rome, Italy. Reuters Alberto Lingria 3751's 25 February 2018 Family members of victims of the sunken South Korean naval ship Cheonan by a North Korean attack hold up defaced portraits of Kim Jong-chol, vice chairman of North Korea's ruling Workers' Party Central Committee, during a rally against his visit near the Unification Bridge in Paju, South Korea. A North Korean high-level delegation led by Kim arrived to attend the closing ceremony of the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. The signs read, "Let's punish Kim Jong-chol." Getty 3851's 24 February 2018 Ivanka Trump, C, cheers while sat between former Olympic U.S. bobsledders Shauna Robach, L, and Valerie Fleming, R, as the United States beat Sweden in their men's gold medal curling match at the Gangneung Curling Center in Gangneung, South Korea. Ivanka Trump is on a 4-day visit to South Korea to attend the closing ceremony of the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. Getty 3951's 23 February 2018 David Allen Turpin, C, who along with Louisiana Turpin, is accused of abusing and holding 13 of their children captive, appears in court with attorneys David Mocker, L., and Allison Lowe in court in Riverside, California. According to Riverside County Sheriffs, David Allen Turpin and Louisiana Turpin held 13 malnourished children ranging in age from 2 to 29 captive in their Paris, California home. Deputies were alerted after a 17-year-old daughter escaped by jumping through a window shortly before dawn, carrying a deactivated mobile phone from which she was able to call 911 for help. Responding deputies described conditions in the home as foul-smelling, with some kids chained to a bed and suffering injuries as a result. Adult children appeared at first to be minors because of their malnourished state. The Turpins were arrested on charges of torture and child endangerment. Getty 4051st 22 February 2018. The Elephanta Island, home to the famous Elephanta Caves, finally gets electricity after a wait of 70 years. "70 years after independence, a 7.5 kilometers long undersea cable has finally brought electricity to the world-famous Garapuri Isle, which houses the UNESCO World Heritage Site Elephanta Caves, about 10 kilometers from Mumbai, India. Getty 4151st 21 February 2018. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau pays his respects at the Sikh Golden Temple in Amritsar. Trudeau and his family are on a week-long official trip to India. Getty 4251st 20 February 2018. Members of the Syrian Civil Defense evacuate an injured civilian on a stretcher from an area hit by a reported regime airstrike in the rebel-held town of Sakba in the besieged eastern Ghouta region on the outskirts of the capital Damascus. AFP Getty 4351st 19 February 2018. A Thai Navy instructor demonstrates how to catch a snake during a jungle survival exercise as part of the Cobra Gold 2018 CG-18 joint military exercise with U.S. soldiers at a military base in Chonburi Province, Thailand. Reuters 4451st 18 February 2018. Children play outside their destroyed school in the Frika village in Idlib, northwestern Syria. 4551st 17 February 2018. A pro-Kurd demonstrator attends a protest demanding the release of the Kurdistan Workers' Party (PKK) leader Abdullah Öcalan in Strasbourg, France. 4651st 16 February 2018. Joseph Yaloni mourns in front of a cross placed in a park to commemorate the victims of the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Reuters 4751st 15 February 2018. South Africa's new president Cyril Ramaphosa holds up his right hand as he is sworn into office. AFP Getty 4851st 14 February 2018. The African National Congress's ANC Treasurer General Paul Mashatile, left, and Parliamentary Chief Whip Jackson Mthembu address a media briefing after an emergency ANC caucus meeting on 14 February in Cape Town. South Africa's parliament will hold a vote of no confidence in President Jacob Zuma on 15 February, the ruling ANC party said, signaling its determination to eject him from office after days of stalemate. AFP 4951st 13 February 2018. North Korean cheerleaders are surrounded by media as they attempt to walk on Gyeongpo Beach in Gangneung, South Korea. AFP Getty 51st 12 February 2018. Former U.S. President Barack Obama unveils his portrait at the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C. AFP Getty 51st 9 February 2018. U.S. Vice President Mike Pence and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's sister Kim Yo-jong attend the opening ceremony of the Pyeongchang 2018 Winter Olympic Games. AFP Getty confidential information referred to any matters Mr. Trump insists remain private. However, Ms Denson said the secrecy agreement does not prevent her from suing for discrimination because she has a legal right to do so, and the lawsuit did not disclose any confidential information. She also described the agreement as too vague and too broad, according to Bloomberg News. Ms Denson accused campaign supervisors of trying to find dirt on her and searching for excuses to sack her. Another campaign staffer said Ms Denson had leaked Mr. Trump's tax returns to the media